Hello everyone, I am Rashmi. So as you must be knowing that today is our third class of this English week. So today's topic, today I'm going to teach you very rare words. I told you I'm going to surprise you and these words are actually going to surprise you. They're actually going to blow your mind. Oh Lord, it's that rare words. Okay, they are rarest words. Okay, so actually they are not just rarest word, but also difficult to pronounce and mixture of emotions. Like I've written over here, this is our topic. This is rare, complex, difficult to pronounce words that describe intricate mixture of emotions and human traits. Okay, so this is the topic. This big one. So just imagine what the words will be. Okay. So here's your surprise. Okay, the first word is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, so I'm gonna be slow so you'll be able to pronounce it, understand this well. So the pronunciation, I mean the first word, this is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Once again, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now, come on, come and say with me, okay? This is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Once again, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, so this is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, this is our first word and this is adjective. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, so the meaning is it means extraordinary, like extraordinarily good, wonderful, that amazing. When you don't have word, you are speechless and you feel that this moment or this thing or this is extraordinarily good or wonderful, marvelous, like that. When you become speechless and you don't have words, so in that scenario you can use this word. Okay, so this is perfect for a moment which is marvelous, and your ordinary words, your language, it just fails you. So the moment is like, you cannot say that it's good or it's amazing or anything marvelous, or you have lack of words, your vocabulary is lacking. I mean, you aren't able to define that. So in that scenario you can use this word. Okay, so this is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, so let's take up the example so you'll be able to understand this better. Okay, so number one, the example is I have written over here, so you'll be able to understand the examples and all meaning, I hope. Okay, so number one, this is nowadays my life is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You can use it like that, or like I am feeling supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, or like after seeing the results I am feeling supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You are that wonderful. Or like I went to an event and I went to attend an event, or like his lectures are super califragilisticexpialidocious. Or like I went to London, like so I went to London and the place is super califragilisticexpialidocious. So in these type of sentences, when you have to say it's way more than wonderful, amazing, like that, so at that point of time you can use this word. Okay, so let me know your sentence in the comment section. Okay, and okay, now let's move on to the next word. Okay, so this is agathocacological. Okay, this is also an adjective. Actually, this word agathocacological, I think I need to slow down a bit. The pronunciation is agathocacological. Agathocacological. Okay, so what this word describes can be used to describe a person, character, or life. Okay, so what does this mean now? Okay, this is a very rare but fascinating word. Okay, so this is used to describe someone or something, like I told you, like person, character, or life. Okay, so someone or something that is a mixture of both good or bad. Okay, it's not purely good, it's not purely bad, but it's kind of a mixture. Okay, so it captures the reality that most things are not truly perfect and not truly bad. Okay, so but a messy combination of these two, good, evil, like that. Okay, so every human is also a mixture of that. Okay, so you can use this word in that scenario when your experience, your life, or person is not way too good, but not bad, too bad, okay, at the same point of time. So you can use this word. Okay, let's take up the examples. Okay, so number one is my life is ecological. It is such a mixture of good and bad that even I cannot understand. I guess with everyone, each one of us like faces this type of scenarios in our life. Like we are forced to say our life is not too good, our life is not too bad even, but kind of a mid one. Okay, so for that you can say. Okay, so second one is I guess everyone in this world is ecological. No one is perfect, no one is perfectly good or bad. We are just a mixture. Like I just said, every human is we are not way too good, we are not like a saint or like that, we are not too good and we are not too bad. Okay, we are we are not evil, right? We are not too bad, but we are kind of like mixture. Okay, so in that scenario, if you have to like speak up about, you know, about a person's character or you can use this word to describe, okay, someone's or your character, anyone's. Like I feel I can use it for myself. Ecological. I'm not way too good, I'm not too bad, kind of like a mixture. Okay, so okay, so everyone, every person's life journey is filled with ecological experiences, which shapes their mentality, their character, and their future. This is also a can be a great example. Okay, written by me. Or you can say like you went somewhere, or like I can say like I worked there in any company, or like somewhere I worked there, and my experience, I had an ecological experience. Sometimes the things were too good, rewarding, and sometimes things were too bad. I mean, there were cures and all. So in that scenario also you can use this. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand these words, and you like the surprise. Okay, so let's move on to our new set of words. And okay, so number third is bated breath. Bated breath. Once again, bated breath. Okay, so as today's topic is like kind of mixture of emotions, so it's related to this. Okay, so okay, so it's kind of mixture of emotions. Okay, so okay, I'm telling you, first of all, which part of speech is it. So it's noun phrase, or you can say it's an idiom, can be used as like that. Okay, so this phrase, this means to hold your breath at a point of time, a moment, you know, in a state of extreme anticipation, anxiety, excitement. Means you are experiencing anxiety, excitement, same point of time. So you know, at that, and you're holding your breath, like what will happen, what's gonna happen. Like you have that stress, anxiety, but you are at the same point of time you are excited to know about it. So at that moment you can use this word bated breath. Okay, so it's a physical feeling of being so forced on which is about to happen that you literally forget to breathe normally. Like I told you, you are stressed, you have anxiety, but at the same point of time you are so you know, excited to know about it. You're kind of like, what's going to happen. Okay, like that moment, okay, where you have that anxiety and excitement at the same point of time. Okay, so that moment, for that describing that moment, you can use this word. Okay, so let's take up the examples so you're able to understand it more. So the first example can be the students were waiting with bated breath for their results to be announced. Very, we all have experienced it. And so, or like you can say, I applied for a job, and I was waiting with bated breath for the results, okay, that I'm selected or not. So I was waiting with bated breath. Okay, so let's take up the next example. That can be the viewers watch the climax with bated breath. Okay, so like that, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Okay, like that. Okay, so or you can say we were watching the match, the cricket match, or we all are fan of it. Okay, so we can say like that. So we were watching the match with bated breath. What's gonna happen next? I mean, we were so excited, we had that stress also. Okay, so let's take up another example. Okay, she waited with bated breath for the doctor to reveal the gender of her baby. Right, so it's kind of like in extreme anticipation, where you are excited plus you have stress also, anxiety also, anxiety plus excitement, both are there. So at that point of time you can use this. You experiencing both. So for students it's very relatable, this. Okay, so let me know where, at which moment of your life did you get to experience this bated breath, okay, moment. Okay, so let me know in the comment section. And okay, so let's take up the next word, and this is going to be a last word for the day, last but not the least. Okay, so this is leukocolie. 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 Okay, leukocolie. So leukocolie is a noun. Okay, so this is kind of a state of mind where you experience something. Okay, it's related to that. Okay, so what it is, it's a very beautiful and very rare word. Okay, so this describes a state of mind, a state of white melancholy. Okay, so what it is? So a state of means white melancholy is melancholy. White melancholy is like a state of mind where you have light sadness. You are not like you are not that sad, but you have a peaceful state of mind. You are not thinking about your sorrows or anything. You are just distracted with a pointless any pointless task, trivial task. Okay, so that is when you are distracted, you are just consumed with yourself. You are in peace. You are not that happy, but you are in peaceful mood. Okay, so that point you can use this. Plus you are occupied with anything, any pointless task, any trivial task. Okay, so at that point of time you can use this leukocolie word. Okay, so what's the vibe in it? Okay, so vibe is it's easy, quiet mood you get when you are doing something unimportant. Like I told you, when you are doing something trivial or pointless task. Okay, so something unimportant task, and you aren't actually happy, but you are peaceful at that point of time, and you're distracted from your sorrows. Okay, you are not upset, you are just by yourself. So at that moment you can the perfect example was watching reels. Okay, so we're just scrolling the reels, we are not happy, but at the same point of time we are not sad also, and we are occupied doing the pointless task, which one, just the scrolling, and it's pointless, but still we do. So at that point of time you can use this word leukocolie. Okay, so let's take up the examples. Okay, so example number one, that is, after an exhausting day, I usually write my diary. Okay, so in it provides me a sense of leucocoly, away from the noise of the world. Okay, so in that situation, I know writing a diary is not pointless, but it's not that important at the same point of time. So you can use that, or like you can say while organizing my wardrobe. I mean, while organizing my clothes in the wardrobe, it gives me a sense of leucocoly. So you can use like that also. Okay. Okay, so let's take up another example. So that is, it is now proven that spending time with a cow can bring a sense of leucocoly to anyone. Okay, you can say like spending time with my pets, or like spending time with somebody. Okay, that is not very important to you. Pets are important, but some people are like, okay, with your friends, like they are not your best friends, but you can say like spending time with them, it gives me a sense of leucocoly. Okay, so when you are not very happy, but at the same point of time you are just distracted from your sorrows and you are doing something unimportant, like anything, can be a hobby or can be just scrolling the reels, listening to music, spending time with someone who is not that important to you, anyone. Okay, that gives you a sense of leucocoly. That is where you can use this word. Okay, so light sadness, or like white melancholy, just like I said. Okay, so this is these are the words for today. Okay, do let me know your examples and I'm gonna check for you. And I'm gonna check your examples, and do let me know where you did you ever experience these type of words. I mean the emotions that is related with these words, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, bated breath, So do let me know in the comment section and I'll check. Okay. So if you want to know more words like this, do let me know. Okay. So we'll discuss these types of words in our next English week. Okay. So till then, bye bye. Take care. Bye.